I'm standing here in a private train station in Peru that will take you all the way to Machu Picchu. This train station belongs to the 5-star luxury hotel I'm staying at called Tambo del Inka. It's been called the best hotel in Peru, and I've just spent 4 days here, and I'm excited to share with you what it's been like. In addition to having this incredible privileged access of taking a train without even leaving the hotel all the way to Machu Picchu town, this hotel also has an incredible location in the heart of Peru's Sacred Valley. There are so many other ancient Inca sites in this area that we've spent the last couple days exploring. It's just been incredible. The hotel itself is fantastic. I mean, it feels like you're in your own private villa in the middle of the woods. It's such an incredible, beautiful natural area. They have an amazing spa with these several incredible different pools. They have a little village area up front, including a cerveceria, a wonderful beer garden. The breakfast buffet was out of this world. A local harpist was playing while we ate. And just gorged ourselves on this incredible buffet and made to order food. And the rooms, as you're about to see in a minute, are absolutely huge. I mean, honestly, like I have had apartments that are smaller than the room that we were staying in. Tambo del Inka has been just such an incredible place to stay here. I've really enjoyed our trip here. In this video, I'm gonna tell you all about that stay. I'm gonna run down everything. We're gonna start by rewinding in time, and I'm gonna take you through a tour of the room. Then I'm gonna talk about all the other incredible amenities at this hotel. There's an alpaca that you can play with, and every single day we're hanging out with this alpaca named Chasca. She's really cute, a little bit shy, but just one of the most adorable animals that you've ever seen. The hotel has some incredible food, some incredible dining. We took a pisco sour tasting class. We've enjoyed our time at the spa, walking along the river, having beers at the cerveceria, and just in general enjoying 5-star service in one of the best hotels, if not the best hotel in Peru. So in this video, I'm gonna first take you through a walkthrough of our room. So we're gonna jump back in time. Then after, stick around, and I'm gonna tell you all about my experience staying in this hotel over the last 4 days. So with that, let's go back in time and let's go check in. Okay, so this is room 138. This is a king bedroom. We just checked in, and as you can see here, it's got so much space. I mean, this is just an absolutely enormous room. I did not book this, I booked a king room, and they upgraded me on account of my married elite status. Clara is off. She's checking out, meeting the alpaca here. And so I'm gonna take her on a quick room tour. First up, this is one of 2 mini bars. This is very similar to the mini bar that we just found at Palacio del Inca, which is the sister property of Tambo del Inca. So they kind of stock the same things here. You got Cusco, Heineken, wine, Inca Cola. I love Inca Cola. Spirits. These snacks, by the way, I tried one of these at Tambo del Inca. Really solid. Okay, so let's take you back through the room here. That couch is just, it's really aesthetic for the Sacred Valley. Absolutely gorgeous. Walk in here, you've got a few different coffee table books set out for you about the, I guess, the Amazons. And I don't know, I'm going to have to learn about this site. This is another archaeological site. We just got back from Machu Picchu today, and I got to tell y'all, I look like it. You're going to see me here in a mirror in a second. This hotel has a resort fee, which is always kind of annoying, but they have some experiences. We'll try to check that out later. They got a bar, a beer garden, spa. Sure, I'll talk to you about that sometime else in the video. They gave me a free drink at the beer garden. Also over here, they left us this, which is a nice little note, and some chocolates. So I think pretty nice welcome gift. I'm assuming this is because of my ambassador status, but I'm not quite sure. I mean, that's just a lovely box. Little chocolates, they look delicious. So what a big table here. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do with 4 chairs. I guess if you had a family, it's a great place to entertain. This is one of 2 terraces. We're gonna go out back and show you here in a minute. Clara, as soon as we came in, we were really tired. We got up at 4 a.m. from Machu Picchu, and she was kind of laying out there. Okay, so then we turn around here, and we walk into the main room, and you can see yet more seating area. I mean, there's so much seating area. Here I am. You can see me in my Machu Picchu outfit. Sorry I didn't put on the tux for y'all. We've got the desk, the bathroom, and then this is the bedroom. Bed looks really lovely, nice and comfortable. Got the, I think, nice Inca style print up on the walls. Let's go test out how this bed feels. It feels nice and supportive. I think it's similar to Palacio del Inka, where we just stayed, and now in Cusco. You can go check out that video, by the way. Really good video. Then as we come around here, this is the bathroom. Like, how beautiful is this? Like, the aesthetics of this are amazing. Clara and I were taking some photos in here a minute ago. And you just walk in, and you've got on one side, you've got this shower head. This one does have a little handle thing. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. I haven't done this yet, just to see if I can avoid getting wet. I'll show you the bathtub while I try to, it's kind of hard to take these videos sometimes without, see if that's hot. Let's see, well, there's definitely lots of good pressure there. All right, sorry folks, check out that pressure. That is definitely a lot better than what we were seeing in Tambo del Inka. Can't really tell if it's hot or cold though. I'm gonna turn that off because I am getting wet. Oh no. Oh no, I've already completely ruined my slippers, so I'm gonna have to take those off. Sorry folks. Okay, up on the wall here, got robes. Bring you back through the bathroom. Got a little sunburn on Machu Picchu. We were waiting there. It took like 3 hours for the fog to clear, and we were just sitting there. I'll put it up on the screen what it looked like. It was literally just straight up fog. We just had to sit there. We did thankfully book another ticket to do the Circuit 1, which if you want the photo at Machu Picchu, you should really also do Circuit 1. It's basically just a photo spot, and you don't get to go through the ruins. So you should do Circuit 1 and either Circuit 2 or 3. That's my tip, so that you can get the photo. Because Circuit 1, there's so much more space for taking photos. We went up there after waiting for 3 hours, and thankfully it did clear, and we got some nice shots. Okay, let's look at this bathroom. Sorry for that brief interlude. I really like the finishings here. Double vanity is always great. Clara and I really enjoy that, so we can have separate times. They left us 4 bottles of water, which is awesome. Tissues. This is going to be kind of the same soaps as we had at Palacio del Inka. Again, go check out that video. That was really cool. Shower cap, vanity kit, body lotion. Pretty standard amenities. I wonder if there's anything in here. No, there's a little drawer. This thing is nice to sit for that makeup mirror. I think that'll be nice. Looks like we've got a scale down there. Kind of afraid to weigh myself after the last couple weeks we spent in Lima. Here's the bathroom. One noticeable feature is this is the first bidet that I've seen in Peru. They're very common in Argentina, where Clara is from, but they have one here. This is definitely the nicest hotel we're staying at in terms of standard. We're coming back around to the room. I'll come show you by the side of the bed real quick. It's got a nice little radio snooze button thing. There's our Book of Mormon, because this is a Marriott, and the New Testament. They've got the luxury collection book that you can flip through. Up on here, some sort of a Inca. Man, I'm forgetting what these are called. We're going to put it on the screen, but you see these sort of ropes everywhere. I've been learning about them here. Down here, what's down here? There's just some storage. Lots of storage over here. It's pretty clean in there. Pretty clean. More storage. Boy, you've got plenty of storage in here. Cannot complain about that. Then we come over here. You've got the closet. A nice walk-in closet. It does actually have a closing door, which I really appreciate. Here's our other bathrobe. These are like really like slick bathrobes. They're not like the plush one. They're really like, feels really nice. I think those would be nice. Then down here, we've got the bag. I'm guessing this is a shoe thing. Well, that was Clara took my slippers out that I've now ruined. They leave us these bags, which we always like. You can take things around. Laundry. Let's check out what prices are. So you can see like a t-shirt is 18, jeans 30. So that's the same as Palacio del Inka, $6 and $10. We did do, I got a couple of my things done there. Palacio del Inka, they did a good job. Safe, storage, more storage. It always looks clean up there. It's always looks clean up there. That's always a good test of cleaning, right? Like, do they get back up and in there? Coming down, you've got hangers, area to set the luggage down. They have put our bags in here already. We actually left them here before we went to Machu Picchu, because one of the benefits of this hotel is it's really close to the train. It's only 30 minutes from the main train, but it actually has a train that runs right out front, but I'll talk about that later. So we come around. Sorry, I'm getting all tight. We've got a place to sit. Nice full-length mirror. It's pretty good. I'm 6 foot tall, and I think can stretch my arms out both sides. So for a walk-in closet, pretty good. Gonna walk out here. I really like this like Inca art on the walls. I think it's just gorgeous. Got to come show you the desk. The place is just huge. I'm sorry this room tour is taking forever. Over here is the desk. I like desks like this. I think this will be reasonably comfortable to work in. And I do work while we're here. They've got this Lily espresso machine. I did learn how to do this at Palacio del Inka. And I keep talking about Palacio del Inka, by the way. Go check out that video. It is an amazing hotel owned by the same ownership group as owns this hotel. It's located in the center of Cusco in Coricancha, which was the literal center of the entire Inca Empire. It used to be a part of a literal Inca palace. The Spanish came in and a Spanish conquistador turned it into a mansion for 500 years. It was partially destroyed in an earthquake in 1950, and now it's been converted into this just incredible luxury hotel. It still has some of the original Inca walls built into it. That's just a teaser, but go check out that episode after this one where I go through that hotel, because if you're coming here, you're probably going through Cusco, and I think these are really nice hotels to book together, which is why I did them. Anyway, I figured out how to learn that, work that Lily machine while we were at Palacio del Inka, which is what I was telling you. And they have these nice little coffee pods. You can see they're all puffed up because we're at elevation. They probably came from sea level and now they're all puffed up. And you put it in this thing. There's instructions in here somewhere, and I kind of needed to use them. But then over here we've got the mini bar, got wine. I'm telling you, man, these snacks, I had one of those in Cusco. So delicious. Bottle opener. Same as the other mini bar. Standard drinks. Can check out the prices real quick, see what those things were on. I like that they have a printed menu, not a QR code, because QR code's sometimes annoying. A beer is, local beer, 19, so it's like $6. Let's see, what's a soda? 12, so that's like $4, maybe a little less than $4. So it's not awful, not awful. I've seen more expensive mini bars. Coming over here, we've got yet more two-seating areas. They put that table in the middle, but we moved it through because we were doing a video for a walkthrough. And then here's the really special part. You come out here, and it opens up. There's this river behind us, and it's right near sunset. And that's our view from both rooms, actually. We've got a couple nice seating areas. Now, the one complaint I have so far about this hotel is that these seating areas do have like a little bit of bird poop. I don't know, it's a little much. Would you ask about that? Is this something that you would call for, or would you just leave it as it is? Would you say, like, come clean this, change this out, or you just leave it as is? I'm not really sure where that comes from. And the thing is, this other one over here is similarly dirty. I don't know, this hotel's kind of expensive. I think I might ask to do something about that, to change it out or clean it. Let me know, am I being too much of a prince there? Anyway, out in front, there's this nice grass area, which I guess I'm gonna walk on in my socks because we got my slippers wet there, but got some stuff up on the hills. You can see out there's a river. More, I'm not gonna bother the other guests, but there's more rooms over there. You come back around, and both of these, that's our living room, that's here, so all of this is ours. So just absolutely stunning. You can see up there, boy, if it just doesn't get, that's so high. That's so high up there. So high.
Okay, so that's basically it for the room tour.
So yeah, I think overall pretty good so far. Now I'm excited to check out the rest of this hotel. So there's experiences, there's the spa, there's a pool, and there's a baby alpaca, or maybe not a baby, but there's definitely an alpaca. I know Clara's checking that out. So I'll go give her a call and then I'll see you in the next part of the video. All right, folks, so that's it. We've just spent 4 days staying here. We've had an incredible stay. It's not been perfect, and I'm gonna go over a few small things that I think the hotel could do to improve. But overall, I mean, I believe it when people say this is the best hotel in Peru. I really do believe it. We've had an amazing stay here. A couple highlights here. First off, the alpaca. The alpaca named Chasca. Clara found him as soon as we checked in, right when I was doing that room tour. And we have spent plenty of time hanging out with Chasca. Chasca is really shy compared to Inti, which was the alpaca that we saw at Palacio del Inka in Cusco. Inti had a lot of personality, was very active. Chasca is a little shy, but was always very sweet and was very happy to be petted, very happy to play with. Just an adorable alpaca, and the nice ladies from the community there sell lots of lovely scarves and different alpaca things that you can buy. Another highlight of this hotel is the Kallpa Spa, which claims status as the best spa in Peru. It's absolutely stunning. They have these beautiful pools, including a large indoor-outdoor pool where half of it is indoors, the other half of it is outdoors. Then within the spa itself, there are several other pools downstairs, and then you have a couple different jacuzzis, you have a sauna, you have a steam room, all of them with views out over the mountainside across the Urubamba River. We didn't get a chance to partake in the spa services. I didn't even get to swim because when we were in Lima, I got an ingrown toenail and I'm kind of worried about getting an infection by getting in there. So we just got to hang out at the pool. I didn't actually get to go in, but it looks absolutely beautiful. We met a few folks who did get a massage and really enjoyed it. And overall, it is supposed to be a really fantastic spa. Couple other highlights. Obviously, you've got the train here. This is the train that will take you all the way to Machu Picchu. Now, we did not actually take this train. And you may be wondering, Nate, why didn't you take this train? This is the main reason, the main thing about this hotel. Well, that's because we wanted to go stay in Machu Picchu's base town so that we could also write a guide to help you plan your trip to Machu Picchu. Here at Travel Lemming, we try to write the best guides that we can. So that means I take a trip, like a trip through Peru to Machu Picchu that most people would do in, say, 7 days, and we do it in a month. We slow down, we spend a lot of time, we visit different hotels, we try to stay in different places because we want to give you the best advice we can. So that meant we kind of had to go stay in Aguas Calientes. We stayed in a nice hotel there called Haya Hotel. I've got another video reviewing that, and it was really nice. And then after that, we came back down here and we've had our stay here in this hotel. If you're going to Machu Picchu, by the way, I've got an entire video about Machu Picchu because we actually almost failed to even see Machu Picchu. Like, we got up to the top and there was this just giant view of fog. We almost didn't see anything. So if you're planning your trip, you're gonna definitely want to go watch that video because I'm gonna talk about how you can make a backup plan and also how you can navigate these very complicated rules at Machu Picchu. But anyway, let's say you do want to stay in Tambo del Inka and you do want to take the train from here. I actually think that's a fantastic idea, especially for families, because then you don't have to deal with the stress of moving separate hotels going up to Aguas Calientes. The train here is run by Peru Rail, and it only leaves once a day. It leaves at 6 in the morning, and it comes back around 7:30 in the evening. I think that's a pretty good amount of time. I mean, it will make for a long entire day, but you know, that's really gonna be the case no matter how you do Machu Picchu. And so I think there's a lot of convenience of just staying in one hotel, and you're not gonna find a hotel up in Aguas Calientes that is at the caliber of this hotel. So if you're looking for a luxury stay, this is really the best place that you can stay. I got up yesterday morning, I came over here and I watched the train go out, and they bring people on a golf cart right from the hotel's entrance, so it really could not be easier. This hotel is located in Urubamba, which is a small town in the middle of the Sacred Valley. We went out and we explored the town a couple different nights. It's really small. They got a nice small square. They got a little nice walking area. We went to a nice restaurant. It's not as interesting as Ollantaytambo, which is the other major town in the Sacred Valley and where you would otherwise go to catch most of the trains to Machu Picchu. That's about 30 minutes away from here. However, we did get to go visit there, and that was really great. We also went to several other sites in the area, including the Moray Ruins. Those are these circular ruins that are built on terraces where the Incas actually had a horticultural laboratory where they would cultivate different types of crops. We went to the salt pools. These are the salt pools where members of the community will actually help extract salt that comes out of the mountain from like an ancient sea that used to be in this area, and then they will harvest the salt. It's a really cool place to go to, not very far from here. So point is that the hotel, in addition to being near Machu Picchu, is also right in the heart of all of the other major Inca sites in this area. This hotel is Biosphere Sustainable certified. You really feel a lot of nature when you're here. I love walking along that river up in front of us. There's some nice picnic tables out there. Over here by the train station, they've got lots of other areas. If you want to have like a wedding or an event, they have an entire area where you can have that out in the middle of nature. They have like a little village, I guess I would call it, where there's a cerveceria, which is like a brew house where you can go and you can get some local draft beers. On the weekends, they turn that into a beer garden, which they have up in front of the fountain in front of the hotel. And I got a chance to have a beer there with another nice couple that I met here from New York. Really enjoyed that. Solid beer. It was great hanging out there in that beer garden. The ambience was a little weird because they were playing Skrillex and like other EDM music, which didn't really fit with the sort of eco-wellness vibe of this resort, but it was interesting at least. In addition, in that village, there's a bunch of other stuff that I think is really, if you have kids, if you have a family, they're gonna love it here because you can just let them play on the property. There's a game room. There's a room where you could just like watch television. There's foosball, there's darts, there's pool, lots of different things for them to do. If you want to go shopping, they also have several luxury brands that sell a lot of like alpaca fiber type clothing. And then there's an art gallery set up in that little village. Then you enter into the hotel, and the entrance to the hotel itself is beautiful because it's set against the backdrop of that mountain. You come in and there's this grand lobby with a giant fire case. And in the evening, it is just so splendid how it lights up. And I just thought it was so aesthetic and so beautiful. That's also where in the evening you'll find Chasca, the alpaca, hanging out. So usually before dinner, we would go and we would spend a little bit of time hanging out and talking to Chasca. Okay, so food. Speaking of food, we got to talk about the food here because they actually have their own garden on site and they grow a lot of the food that they serve you. It was so fresh, so delicious. I mean, you can really tell that this stuff was just picked like a few days ago. The main restaurant is called the Hawa restaurant. It's set in the center of the hotel with these soaring ceiling in the middle. It's got a giant fireplace as well in the middle. This is where we had breakfast in the morning. The breakfast was absolutely fantastic. The buffet is huge. I mean, I don't think I've seen many bigger buffets outside of Thailand. They had a harpist that's playing. A local harpist comes in and plays. So it really creates this great ambience. I would just sit there for hours every morning, sipping some coffee and reading my book. You also, in addition to the buffet, they had made to order dishes. I absolutely love the like corn French toast dish that they have. Unbelievably sweet. It would like cave in the middle into this like soft, creamy center. I cannot recommend it enough. But just about everything I had at the breakfast was fantastic. We also ate there twice for dinner. I had a pasta dish one night, and we've had several different desserts that were really unique and really interesting. Overall, the food that we got was very fresh, very healthy, really felt like farm-to-table style of sort of dining, and overall was really good at the Hawa restaurant. Last night, we ate at the bar. So there's also a bar called the Kiri Bar, which has both an indoor space and an outdoor space. We ate indoors. It's really got this beautiful backdrop to the bar that just lights up with some art behind it that just soars up to the ceiling. They have sushi. We ordered a pizza. And then they have, various other drinks. We ordered some pisco sours. We also took a pisco sour tasting class in that bar our first afternoon. This is similar. If you watch my video about Palacio del Inka in Cusco, their sister hotel, they also offer a pisco sour class. This one was a little different. They actually did let us taste some of the pisco sour, unlike in Cusco. And we just sort of sat out on the terrace under the afternoon sun. And we met several other guests, including that couple from New York who have been really friendly. And so it had made for a very fun and sociable time here. That pisco sour tasting class is one of the hotel's experiences. So the hotel has a resort fee, which I got to tell you, I just wish hotels wouldn't do that. I really wish they wouldn't. Like, just include it in the price. The resort fee thing annoys me, but I get it. A lot of the fancy hotels do it. At least they include some stuff in that. So they include daily experiences. The only one we did was that pisco sour tasting class. But on other days, they have ones where you can take some classes, where you can do some demonstrations for like fiber weaving. And they have ones sometimes, unfortunately not during our stay, but they will take you out to do stargazing under the night sky. So I think that would be really fantastic if you were here when they were doing that experience. In addition to the free experiences, they have a tour desk. They have some paid experiences. One of the most popular ones is like a farm to table lunch that they will do for you where you can help participate in creating a nice farm-to-table lunch. What else? There's another game room behind the bar. There's an ATM up in front with a couple more shops. In general, they kind of have everything that you would need. There's a gym within the spa. The gym is small, and that's one of my complaints. A lot of people are using it. I think for a wellness hotel, they should have a bigger gym, but it is there. So overall, there's lots to keep you busy on this property. I mean, we spent an entire day here, and we didn't even leave the hotel. And even with that, I still got in quite a lot of steps because the hotel is just so huge. I mean, it stretches across this entire length of river. So you really have a lot to walk around and a lot to do. Okay, let's talk about the rooms. Y'all saw my room tour. That room was amazing. I really have enjoyed it. That bath was incredible. I after going out and spending a day climbing up all over those ruins, it was so nice last night to just be able to soak in that bath. It's really deep. The water gets really warm. The shower was also really fantastic. Housekeeping was awesome. They do have room service, although we never ordered it because the restaurants were so nice. We just ate in there. You remember that couch up front where I said that it was a little dirty and I complained about that? Well, I did complain the next day. I asked and they came in and they cleaned it all up. So good on the hotel for fixing that problem. Overall, our room was fantastic. We loved the comfortable bed, that awesome big bathroom, and just having so much space was really nice. And also just being able to walk outside and immediately hear all the birds all around and hear the river was really special. And so you really feel like you're staying in the heart of nature. I'm going to miss staying in that room. Now, what about the cons of this hotel? It was great. It wasn't perfect. If I had to pick some things to sort of pick on, first thing I would say is the gym. The gym is really, it's fine. I mean, it's fine. It would be fine for like a Courtyard by Marriott or something. But for a 5-star hotel that's supposed to be like the best in the country, especially one where it markets itself as focusing on to like the wellness crowd, it was really small. And I actually had to go 4 or 5 times just to be able to take this video that I'm showing you up on screen, because every other time I went, there was somebody in there and I didn't want to take a photo of them. Several times the gym would have like 4 or 5 people with really not enough space. So if the hotel's listening to this review, I would consider maybe expanding the gym, because clearly there's a lot of demand from the clientele here who do want to be going to that gym. Another con I would say, and this might be specific to our stay, is that there were a lot of loud kids. A lot of loud kids. I actually expected this hotel to be more couple focused. If you look at their marketing material, they really seem to focus on like the higher end luxury couples who want like a quiet, tranquil vacation. And there is some of that here. I mean, there definitely are couples like that here. And I do think that to a large extent we had that, but there are a lot of families that are staying here. I mean, a lot of families. There's a big Disney sponsored tour group that was here and literally a bus full of families. The kids are that are here. And maybe it's because this is the week of Christmas. Like tomorrow is Christmas Eve. So it may not be like this if you're staying here in other times of the year. But like the pool, for instance, I also had trouble getting footage of the pool because there were always kids in there splashing around and making a commotion. It doesn't really give off the tranquil vibes that you might have had in mind. I have a feeling that may be due to Christmas, because the first day when we checked in, it wasn't like that. And it was only as Christmas week got started going. So if you're booking this for another time, it might not be as much of a concern. That said, clearly this is a good hotel for families. Like I said, they've got all of these different activities. I mean, they even have a soccer field here behind us. They've got those game rooms. They've got lots of things to keep the kids occupied in, because it's all a gated hotel. You as a parent can kind of let them go and not have to worry about them. So I think overall this hotel is really good for luxury travelers who want the convenience of being able to book one hotel and being able to go to Machu Picchu, explore the Sacred Valley. I mean, you could really just stay here for your entire trip to this part of Peru, or even to Peru entirely. Like you could fly to Cusco, you could stay here, and you could still see a lot because of the central location. So I think that's a big pro. I think it's a good place for families. I also think it's a good place for couples. It is an expensive hotel. So I paid about $500 per night. I booked one of the deluxe king rooms, and then I got upgraded to that 1-bedroom suite. Those typically retail for more like $800 to $1,000 a night. So it's definitely not a cheap hotel. But if you're a luxury traveler and you want the best, this is one of the best hotels in Peru. I really enjoyed my stay here. I also have a written review. I have a full guide to where to stay in Cusco. If this hotel isn't right for you, just look up Travel Lemming Cusco, and you'll see my recommendations in Cusco, here in the Sacred Valley, and up in Aguas Calientes. I also have lots of other hotel reviews. If you like this hotel, you'll probably like the Palacio del Inka hotel that I stayed in Cusco. That hotel was actually a part of a former Inca temple that was the center of the Inca Empire. There are actual Inca walls built into the hotel. We had a really interesting stay there. So if you like this video, give it a like, give it a subscribe, and then go watch that video next.